Hello and welcome. This is Silly Point. We are joined by Sammy. We are joined by Umang. I am Osama Shah. This is the second episode. We are going to talk about cricket. But before we talk about cricket, I also want to talk about Shahrukh Khan. Because शाहरुख खान का एक बहुत ही फेमस डायलॉग है जहाँ पे वो कहते हैं कि जिस चीज़ को तुम बहुत ही दिल से चाहते हो तो पूरी कायनात तुमको उससे मिलाने की साजिश करती है, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. आई एम पैराफ्रेजिंग दिस, बट शाहरुख खान, यू आर रॉन्ग. यू आर एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. बिकॉज हमने जो है वो पूरी कायनात ने सबने, बीसीसीआई ने, पीसीबी ने, एसीसी ने, आईसीसी ने, सबने, पूरी दुनिया ने ये चाहा था कि इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान हो फाइनल, बट इट्स इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका. So this is a shout out to Shahrukh Khan. You might do well in the films, but your predictions are wrong. Sorry.
But Osama, I'll correct you over there. His latest dialogue says कि बेटे को हाथ लगाने से पहले बाप से बात कर, right? The way that match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka went down, I think Sri Lanka has proven very clearly that they are the bap over Pakistan any day. So yeah, you can't get one up on Shahrukh ever, man. That's not happening.
What is going well with Sri Lanka, because we had not considered Sri Lanka in the mix, considering the fact that they have won this tournament multiple times. They have in fact dominated this tournament, apart from India. What is that one thing that you feel that makes them so good in home conditions? Because last के जो 10-11 मैचेस 13 मैचेस हुए हैं, उन्होंने जितनी भी टीम्स के अगेंस्ट खेला है सबको ऑल आउट किया है. सो इट्स नॉट दैट कि उनको जो है वो पता नहीं है वो क्या कर रहे हैं. इट्स जस्ट दैट अदर पीपल they think कि maybe this is not an experienced team, maybe this is not their full strength team, and we'll talk about all of that. But what makes them the dark horse? What makes them so special?
What I believe, see, abhi recently India broke their streak of 13 matches, I guess. 13 matches, no? So
yeah, 13 matches.
First of all, they are playing as a unit, and I think they are using that whatever happened in Sri Lanka as a motivation for them to play. Like maybe, like I could be wrong, but this is what I believe. और ऊपर से लाइक सबने उनको थोड़ा सा अंडर एस्टिमेट भी किया है. उनके स्टैट्स, हम सिर्फ स्टैट्स की बात करते हैं, लाइक वी आर ओनली फोकसिंग ऑन पाकिस्तान स्टैट्स एंड इंडिया स्टैट्स कि इंडिया कैसे खेल रही है, शाहीन शाह अफरीदी, बट नॉट इवन वंस वी टॉक्ड अबाउट श्रीलंका.
And so I actually agree. I totally agree with it.
Let me tell you, like their main players are not playing. Vanindu Hasaranga and
Madhushanka
is also not playing.
उनके चार
bowlers नहीं खेल रहे हैं. Still they are winning and they are playing the final against India.
पता है क्या, उसीलिए ना श्रीलंका का मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I think the whole Asia Cup, right? I think we also discussed this, was built up as India Pakistan. I think that is where they were like, हाँ ठीक है कर लो तुम लोग अपना जो भी करने का, ठीक है जब खेलने का बारी होएगा ना तो मैं फाइनल खेलूंगा. I think that is what worked for them. And Sri Lanka has, historically being a very strong team in Asia. If you look at like I think you correctly said, Umang, they won the Asia Cup multiple times. They won the World Cup in '96, which was again in Asia, right? They were the finalists. We cannot forget 2011 when the World Cup was in India. They were the finalists.
पाकिस्तान ने शायद 2 या 3 बार जीता है.
Correct.
So, absolutely, they are the dark horse. And considering the replacements who have come in and performed for Sri Lanka, I think that's a great sign for that team. A very young team with very young players who are basically turning out to be match winners for them. You take the example of Belalage, and nobody knew if a bowler like that existed, and then he comes in, picks up the likes of Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill and Virat Kohli, and he's basically run through the entire Indian top order. So you can't really take them lightly, especially when it comes to bowling in home conditions.
And he reminded me of Ajanta Mendes when Ajanta Mendes had come in at that point of time.
Yes.
Nobody could read him. Virendra Sehwag couldn't read him. Tendulkar couldn't read him, and he just reminded me of that time when Ajanta Mendes had come in. And Sri Lanka has always, again historically, they have had this streak of, whenever we talk about bowlers, we think of Pakistan, right? And how, they have the greats and all of that. how do we not look at Sri Lanka, guys? Murli Dharan, Chaminda Vas, Ajanta Mendes,
Absolutely.
like I said,
Absolutely.
Kumar
Absolutely.
Dharam Sena, all of these guys have come out from that little island. And even now we get surprised when they come up with these bowlers. But the fact of the matter is that I think they're doing something right in the bowling department and having that factory where the young talent is actually getting a lot of support, from the board and also I think the coaches around, and thus I think this is happening for them, and I'm very happy for them, very very happy.
Yeah. Genuinely, like you said, the kind of downfall that we have seen when it comes to Sri Lankan cricket, I think it's a great sign that they are able to come into a tournament which is such a high pressure tournament, playing against the likes of India and Pakistan, who are basically, like I said, being touted to be the finalist, and then come in and perform consistently. एक दो मैचेस ऐसे थे उनके जो बहुत ही क्लोज कॉन्टेस्ट था, बट अदरवाइज they were absolutely clinical, not with the bat but with the bowling. So let's talk about tomorrow's match, and let's try and understand what is it that Sri Lanka is doing well when it comes to bowling that India needs to be wary about, because the last time we played against Sri Lanka, हमारी बैटिंग जो है वो कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा खास हुई नहीं थी उनके अगेंस्ट, एंड
Right.
that is why actually वो एक छोटा सा fear है मेरे अंदर कि क्या हम थोड़ा lightly ना ले लें उनको कि okay, this is not Pakistan and Pakistan's pacers, but this is Sri Lanka and they have some tremendous spinners here.
See, what I feel that we need to read the conditions well, because during India versus Sri Lanka, rain interrupted the match twice. ठीक है, and कोलंबो की पिच जो है वो टू पेस्ड पिच थी, लाइक जितना हमने मैच रिपोर्ट से देखा था पहले, एंड देन आई रेड ऑल्सो. सो व्हाट दिस इज वेयर वी लैग्ड इन दैट मैच. ठीक है, लाइक वी केम ऑफ वेल, वी वन द मैच एट द एंड. लेकिन जब बारिश हुई थी तो सडनली श्रीलंका के बैटर्स, जब पहली बार बारिश होती है, वो बॉल बैट पे आने लग जाती है, बट देन फिर से रेन इंटरप्ट होता है, उसके बाद बॉलर्स चलने लग जाते हैं, बिकॉज
काफी टेक्निकल है ये लड़का.
बिकॉज
ये बंदा पूरा मिट्टी का एनालिसिस करके आया है.
ये तो पूरा सॉइल, ये बेसिकली सॉइल उठा के ऐसे करेगा, उसके बाद डिसाइड करेगा कि इसको बैटिंग करनी है बॉलिंग करनी है.
तो पहले दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंड विद वेला लगा के साथ यही तो हुआ इनफैक्ट, कि उसने जिस हिसाब से मतलब बॉल को यूज़ किया, जिस तरीके से वो लाइक एंगलिंग इन देन गोइंग आउट, ड्रिफ्ट अवे जो हो रही थी बॉल. और वन मोर थिंग कि मिडल ओवर्स में ना थोड़ा मेरे को लग रहा है कि सिर्फ हम उनकी से, ठीक है हम बॉलिंग को क्रेडिट कर रहे हैं श्रीलंका की, लेकिन हमारे बैटर्स को भी मिडल ओवर्स में स्पिन को थोड़ा सा कॉशियस होके खेलना चाहिए. दिस इज व्हाट आई फील, क्योंकि पिच को उनको ये पिच हमने सारे सुपर 4 के मैचेस वी हैव प्लेड एट कोलंबो, एंड आई थिंक वी हैव इनफ कि हम समझ पाए पिच को और उस हिसाब से खेलें.
Totally. In fact, I think it's a great thing that, we've played that game against Sri Lanka very recently where the batting has not clicked. So we know, that ये अगर direct final में होता ना तो problem था. तो एक ना थोड़ा सा Taylor type हो गया है where I think the team will now be very wary. They will not take things lightly, right? And what the Sri Lankan bowlers are doing now is actually they're sticking to the basics. If you look at their game plan, they're doing the basics absolutely right. उसीलिए ना they're clicking so well. मतलब they're not complicating situations. कि ball swing करेगा तो मैं कहाँ डालूंगा, नहीं. अगर आप इस लेंथ पे 6 बॉल डालोगे ना तो बैटर को दिक्कत होने ही वाली है. ये I think that is where Sri Lanka are kind of killing it right now.
Absolutely. And like you said, like they are sticking to their plan. They are basically sticking to the basics. They're making sure कि कुछ भी ऐसा ज़्यादा experiment नहीं करना चाहिए हमें, because they are also pretty aware of the fact कि हमारी जो bowling है अभी, it's in a way a second string attack that we have put forward. But what they are doing really, really well is like what you said, Sammy, they are just sticking to the basics. They're making sure that they do not experiment at all and let the other team make those mistakes. And that is what is happening in all their matches. And this is what I think, apart from the India match, which I genuinely feel कि उन्होंने actually अच्छी spin bowling की है. and we were not able to play those. But apart from that
हाँ.
match, I think they have basically stuck to the basics, made sure कि कोई सा भी किसी भी तरह का एक्सपेरिमेंट ना करें, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव बीन सक्सेसफुल. टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंडियन बॉलिंग, हमने काफ़ी एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लिया है सैमी. और यहाँ पे जो है वो थोड़ा सा इट्स मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा कि हमारा बॉलिंग अटैक जो है वो कमज़ोर है या इट्स नॉट 100% or whatever, because when you take a look at Bumrah, he has been bowling well. When you see the likes of Shami and Siraj, when they are playing and getting those chances, they're bowling well. When you take a look at शार्दुल ठाकुर, जिसके बारे में पूरी दुनिया जो है वो का बहुत सारा ओपिनियन है, और दोनों तरफ से अच्छा ओपिनियन और बुरा ओपिनियन दोनों है. तो उसने भी जो है वो कई जगह पे जो है वो पार्टनरशिप ब्रेक किए हैं, जो उसका काम है. जडेजा हैज मैनेज्ड टू bowl really well. The only part where I feel we are kind of lacking a little bit is Axar Patel coming to the party, and going by what has happened yesterday, he literally got 3 injuries in one match, and अभी Washington Sundar जो है वो उसका as a replacement आया है. We don't know if he is going to make it to the playing 11 tomorrow or not, but I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Axar Patel's role and Shardul Thakur's role, and what have you, according to you, is that something that India needs from them that they have not been doing at this point of time?
Osama, I want to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Before we talk about Axar and Shardul, see, looking at the conditions what we have in Sri Lanka, I think Jadeja is not like performing to his potential in the bowling department also. See, batting में he is not performing. ठीक है, वो समझ आ रहा है, बैटिंग में थोड़ा टाइम में वो भी इतना नहीं खेला है रिसेंटली, एंड नाउ ही विल कम ऑफ इवेंचुअली फर्स्ट चॉइस प्लेयर तो वो है. बट मेरे पर्सनल ओपिनियन से लाइक आई एम नॉट लाइकिंग हिम. ठीक है, वो इतना रन नहीं खा रहा है, बट ही हैज
every time I'll tell you, Sammy, every time Umang says something about one player na, and I think you should do this very often, like every match, ठीक है, हर मैच के पहले you say something about that player, and that player goes on to play really well. He said this about, you remember he said this about KL Rahul, ठीक है,
yes.
He said this about KL Rahul, he comes back, hits a century.
It's a century, correct.
So the next match, it's basically a 50 for Jadeja and a 5 for Jadeja.
For Jadeja. Umang, तुम्हारे ऊपर अरे वजह से ये प्लेयर है, और तुम करो यार, तुम ऐसे एक प्लेयर को पिक करो और बोलो कि नहीं ये नहीं चल रहा. You know, we love it. Alright.
ठीक है.
What do you feel, Sam? What do you feel?
That?
See, I feel that Axar Patel, I was never kind of. Why did we pick him? Because he can bat. You know, that's not why you pick a bowler. Let's understand, right? हाँ, ये जो logic है ना, ये bowler pick करने का कि इसको batting आता है, ये तो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. It's like, you know, you're getting a driver to cook because I hired my driver because he can cook. Doesn't make sense, right? You know, हाँ, तो ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो ऐसा तो नहीं होता है. मेरा पॉइंट जो है ना, ये होना ही था एट सम लेवल, ये होना ही था. एंड इट्स हाँ मतलब isn't that what it is? Don't you think so, right? Yeah, but my point is that Axar Patel, I am not denying that he is a good player. I am not denying that, but I think his role is not defined in the team, and there is definite lack of clarity in his mind as well, right? So him not performing is not a surprise to me at all. In terms of Shardul Thakur, I feel that Shardul Thakur will be the dark horse going forward. Trust me on that. I think he just needs to settle into the team. You know, maybe what Yuvraj played, the role that Yuvraj played in the 2011 World Cup. Exactly. I am very, very hopeful that Shardul might be that guy in the 2023 World Cup for India. Okay, because I've seen him very closely in the IPL. He played for KKR, and I've seen him. You know, pressure में ये बंदा खिल के बाहर आता है. हाँ, उसमें वो बात है. एक दो खराब परफॉर्मेंसेस वो तो यार पूरी इंडियन टीम को ही उठा लो, और कंसिस्टेंसी तो हमेशा से ही एक प्रॉब्लम रहा है हमारे। जैसे दैट डे आल्सो आफ्टर केएल हिट द सेंचुरी, ओसामा, यू रिमेंबर आई वाज टेलिंग यू दैट द नेक्स्ट इनिंग्स इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर हिम, एंड ही डिडंट प्ले, ही डिडंट रियली फॉलो इट अप with another 50 plus score, right? So consistency is a problem 100%, but I don't think we should write off this guy Shardul Thakur so easily. He's fought his way into the team, and he will definitely perform. And maybe the finals might be the one where he,
I absolutely feel that.
अभी Sammy, like Sama and we were talking, तो अभी मैंने इनको सेम चीज बोली थी कि मुझे लग रहा है ऐसे कि शार्दुल ठाकुर विल बी लाइक जो गदर मचा देगा, वी यूज द वर्ड गदर मचा देगा, तो
सारे जितने हिंदी मूवी रेफरेंसेस हैं हम सारे यूज कर देंगे,
सब यूज कर। तो अभी हम बात कर रहे थे, उस टाइम पे मेरे को भी क्लिक किया गया, हम
हाँ शाहरुख से शुरू किया है, अभी सनी देओल पे आए, वापस शाहरुख पे जाएंगे, रिलैक्स।
तो यस, इवन आई एग्री विद यू।
What about you were talking about the roles and कुछ प्लेयर्स के रोल्स डिफाइंड नहीं है एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, एंड वन ऑफ दोज प्लेयर्स इज सूर्य कुमार यादव. It's very disheartening to see somebody like Surya Kumar Yadav given that chance time and time again, and for him to not turn up for India in the ODI format. I think वो थोड़ा सा disheartening है, because we really want somebody who has that potential, who has that talent. I don't think there is a better T20 batter in the world at this point of time, better than Surya Kumar Yadav. But for him to not convert that form in the ODI format, I think that is something that is worrying a lot of fans, because we are not just talking about this particular tournament, we are not just talking about the World Cup, we are not just talking about the series against India, etc. We are looking at long-term situation, and long-term में हमारे पास जो है वो एक तरह से उस तरह का फिनिशर जो उस पोजीशन पे आके उस तरह की fearless बैटिंग करे और मैच निकाल के ले जाए. I don't think we have that in the team at this moment, and is the reason why there is so much talk about Surya Kumar Yadav in the ODI format. There is so much talk about Surya Kumar Yadav, and so much more than talking about him, there is so much expectations of him, because you know what he brings to the table. So that is one player that I really genuinely feel that I really want him to do well in the ODIs, because imagine what he does in T20s. If he manages to convert that and do that in the ODIs, I think we as a team would be unbeatable.
I think he's been managed wrong.
But what I feel ki, see even even I want Surya to perform, but मेंटालिटी का फ़र्क है. जब व्हेन वी प्ले T20 में ना एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी रहती है कि भाई ये आएगा फोड़ देगा, ठीक है. एंड ODIs में कितने भी हमने मैचेस देखे हैं, अगर हम यस्टरडे साउथ अफ्रीका वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैपन, ठीक है, डेविड मिलर एंड क्लासन लास्ट में आके उन्होंने
क्या बैटिंग
करी है,
क्या बैटिंग किया है. हो
दिस इज व्हाट वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम सूर्य कुमार, राइट. लेकिन मिडल ओवर्स में you also have to take into account that this is not going to happen like match after match, even for somebody like a Klaasen or a Miller to come and do this again in the next match, or for that matter
that's exactly why I'm saying that he's being managed wrong. If I was Rohit Sharma, I would do what a Kapil Dev did to Shrikant. He said that your natural game is to go and hit, do not worry about anything else, just go and hit. You know, hamara again, stick to the basics. Why did you pick a Surya Kumar Yadav? Why is Surya Kumar Yadav such a huge hit in T20? Because he plays that brand of cricket which is known as 360 fearless, right?
Yeah.
So let him do that. You know, don't burden him with whatever's happening in the world. He's not that. He's your chica. You have to understand, right? And you treat him like a chica. Chica, 6 number पे जा. Doesn't matter India का score क्या है. तेरा काम है मारना. तू entertain the crowd. Come back.
And like the legendary chica says, मेरे को टुकुर खेलने को नहीं आता है.
टुकुर खेलने को नहीं आता है. Exactly. Today this episode is more about movies and you know.
I know. Listen, एक और कॉमिकल सिचुएशन हो रखी है श्रेयस अय्यर को लेके, एंड We don't. I don't understand. I get the point of the management that this is your number 4 batsman, and he has been performing consistently in that position, and probably he's the best number 4 position batsman in the country at this point of time. Agreed, but if you are coming out of injury and you're not 100%, this is what is going to happen. He suffered a back spasm, and now he's out of the team, and now we are trying to look for replacements. We are lucky that KL Rahul managed to hit a century. We are lucky that Ishan Kishan managed to hit those runs against Pakistan. We are lucky that the likes of Virat Kohli and Hardik Pandya have made runs. Had it not been the case, फिर हम क्या कर रहे होते? So that is something that really worries me. And when you talk about Shreyas Iyer, did the management really rush him into the team because they had to pick a team for the World Cup, or what do you feel, Sammy?
100% they rushed him. There's no doubt in that at all. Okay. And also, Sama, मुझे क्या लगता पता है? अभी केल ने बना दिया ना रन, अभी ईशान ने मार दिया ना रन, तो हम क्यों चिंता कर रहे हैं? रहने दे यार, उसको करने दे जो कर रहा है.
मैं यही सोच रहा था कि अब वो hypothetical situation में हम क्यों जा रहे हैं?
But see, the thing is, it's also the World Cup is going to be a long tournament. Okay? And you need players of the same capabilities, different players in the team of the same capabilities who can go in and make those runs for you if, say for example, one person has to sit out. Now, if somebody like Shreyas Iyer doesn't play and you get a replacement who's not to that level, then the entire onus and the entire responsibility comes on the players who would be the players who are their replacement or playing in that team at his position. And if that player doesn't perform in 1 or 2 matches, the entire world is going to start talking about it, and that is something that worries me, because India mein we love our cricket, but we also hate our cricketers equally when they don't perform. Yeah, when they don't perform. So that is something that really needs to be looked into, and I'm pretty sure the management is going to do that. But apart from that, tomorrow is the final, and India is, like I said, India is playing Sri Lanka, and let's get Shahrukh Khan back into the conversation and say कि picture अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, and tomorrow is going to be a tough match. What do you feel India needs to do better in the final tomorrow, especially when it comes to their batting?
I think attack in the first 10 overs, because ball will be new, it will come onto the bat. Then if we lose wicket, ऐसा ना हो तो अच्छा ही है, if we lose wicket, then respect the spinners in the early overs of them. अगर वो वहाँ खेल गए ना, तो शायद फिर वो जम जाएंगे या फिर adjust कर जाएंगे pitch के according. So this is what
Sammy, it's funny that we are talking about Shahrukh Khan, and Shahrukh Khan is right. It's right with he's omnipresent, man. He's just omnipresent. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So playing the spinners well, be patient in the middle overs is what you feel. What do you feel, Sammy?
I think I agree with Umang. I think, what we did not do right in the last match against Sri Lanka was the fact that I think we took them a little lightly. We took the bowling attack a little lightly, and we were a little complacent that, we are the best batting unit in the world, etc. Yeah. So, सबसे पहले तो यार conditions को respect करो, number 1. Number 2 है
कि जोश आ जाता है ना.
हाँ, correct, absolutely, है ना. और वो भी मतलब comprehensive win था, no doubt. But the point is that different teams है ना. बाप अभी बेटे से बात कर दिया तो अभी बाप से बात करने का टाइम आ गया है. So my point is we should be looking at accelerating the first 10 overs. He's absolutely right. The spinners are gonna be the mainstay of this entire conversation that we're having, no, about what to do, what not to do. Guys, just respect the spinners. Bad balls dispatch, good balls defend. I think we should, and I feel that we should be doing well in the match tomorrow. My only thing is that सिर्फ हमें बाजीगर नहीं बनना चाहिए.
Well done. हमें हार के नहीं जीतना है, हमें जीत
बिल्कुल
के
बिल्कुल,
जीतना है.
दिल
That is
जीतना नहीं है
what
भाई,
we want.
कब जीतना है. हाँ.
And that is what we want tomorrow. Sammy, thank you very much. It is always a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Umang, thank you very much to join. India versus Sri Lanka happening tomorrow. It's the final of the Asia Cup. All fingers crossed. We hope we go out and win it for the 7th time? 8th time.
8th time.
For a record 8th time. See you all.